Hello, Loup Power District employees, retirees, family, and friends, and welcome to this month's edition of Canal Chronicles. As we move into the spring season, we have a lot of projects going on, and you're going to see district crews out and about during your daily schedules. Please be very observant of our crews as we have a lot of work to go on, a lot of development going on throughout our four-county area, and we have a lot of things to get done to get our system up and running, get it more intact, get it more resilient to meet the needs of all of our customers. So when you see our crews, be cognizant that they're working, that they're busy, and be careful around them to be as safe as possible. At today's board meeting, District Management provided the board with an update on district water issues. Other than working on the remedial design measures for the canal as a result of the March 2019 storm, there has been little, if any, activity associated with district water issues. However, on the remediation side, the district is in the process of working with Olson Incorporated out of Lincoln, Nebraska, on developing 60% design drawings to submit to the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission regarding what remediation measures might be able to put into place to help reduce the effects if large water flows come into the canal, such as those that happened in March of 2019. We've talked with FERC on the phone and met with them virtually on a couple of different occasions with regard to this design, and now we're into the deep design analysis, including calculating figures, actual water flows that might affect the canal, and what the design might actually look like when we get right down to this. Currently, our goal is to complete this design process by the mid to late October time period, submit those to FERC, get comments back to FERC, and then finalize design sometime late winter of 2022, and then go out for bids in the spring of 2022, with construction during the summer of 22 and completion sometime in the late fall of next year. Hopefully this can happen given the construction schedules and the ability of construction contractors to come in and help the district build this remedial design measure. And we'll see where we're at and provide additional updates as we move forward. In regards and along those same lines, the district has opened most of its parks for the 2021 season, and we look forward to seeing people out there using our parks and our recreational facilities. Obviously, the ATV area at the Headworks Park is still closed, but the actual Headworks Park is open for camping and recreation use, as well as the parks at Lake North and Lake Babcock and at the Columbus Powerhouse. We're glad we can do this for all of our customers and provide these recreational resources for your use. And we ask, go ahead and use them, obey the rules that we have posted at all the parks, and have a lot of fun. But again, be safe. There are some dangerous activities that can occur at all of these parks, and you need to be aware of those as you move forward with your families and using these facilities. At the board meeting, management began discussions with the board of directors regarding potential director subdivisions given the results of the 2020 census. 2020 census data is not available as of yet, but using preliminary data has provided district management with the ability to show the directors current issues associated with the continuing movement of population from the rural areas of our four-county area to the urban areas, and specifically the Columbus and Schuyler areas. These challenges will make it very interesting as the district looks at possible redistricting our service territory and with regard to the number of directors that we have included. We've just initially started these discussions with the board, and we will have continuing discussions for the next couple of months until the actual 2020 census data becomes available. However, it is a concern, and these are things that will have to be very well discussed with the board and with others to determine an exact ideal as far as redistricting goes. So one of the keys with regards to doing director subdivisions is you need to have approximately equal populations in each of the areas where the directors reside. This makes it very difficult when you have towns growing such as Columbus and Schuyler, and when you have areas in the rural areas of our four-county area getting smaller and having less population. However, we will get through this and we will provide additional information as it becomes available. Vice President of Corporate Services, Todd Duran, provided the board with an update on legislative bill issues at the unicameral during this session of the state legislature. The district is looking at and reviewing a lot of the bills that are being put before the entire legislature, and we continue to watch and see where some of these bills go. There doesn't seem to be a lot of them associated directly with the electric utility industry, although the legislature is continuing to focus a little bit on some of the issues as a result of the mid-February storm event and the cold weather event that took place in mid-February. The district will continue to monitor this bill and these bills, as well as a number of other bills that may affect the district as far as the electric utility industry goes and as far as economic development goes, and report those to you as we see changes and things that go on. Currently, the unicameral is very focused on the budgeting process and tax reform for the entire state of Nebraska. This will continue to be an ongoing issue for the next upcoming years, as those issues seem to always dominate the unicameral. Vice President of Accounting and Finance, Walt Williams, provided the board with an update on the financial situation for the board for the first 3 months of 2021. Although the district was below budget for the first 3 months of 2021, overall we were much better than we were last year at this time, and we are in good financial shape. Although we are below budget, we are well above the needed areas for debt service coverage as required by our bond issues, and we sit in a fairly good cash position for the upcoming year. Generally, the next couple months, April, May, and June, are some of our lower months as we have very low revenue and very low expenses due to the fact that the loads are extremely low during this period of time. The summertime period is when we tend to have a better idea of where we're going to be at the end of the year as we meet our higher summer loads due to the air conditioning and irrigation loads that we see. Additionally, Vice President of Operations Dan Helbush and Vice President of Engineering Corey Hubza provided the board with updates on various projects that are ongoing. As you may have seen, the district has moved a large transformer from the Columbus hydro substation to the Schuyler substation. We bought a new transformer for the Columbus hydro substation and installed that, and it should be up and running as of this moment. And we moved the transformer that was in the Columbus hydro substation and moved it to the Schuyler substation, and that will be installed over the next several months. This is being done to improve reliability in those particular substations in case of an outage at one transformer compared to the other. This is really part of the district's grand scheme for moving some transformers around to provide better backup capability in case of a failure of a transformer in a number of our substations. Vice President of Corporate Services Todd Duran also reported to the board regarding our situation associated with the COVID-19 pandemic. To date, the district has had about 54% of our employees who are totally vaccinated with 2 shots, and over the past month, we've seen 0 additional cases at the district. This is good news for all of us as we're starting to really see things come into focus with nearing the end of the COVID-19 pandemic, as not only in our area, but statewide and nationwide, more and more people get vaccinated and we return to a normal operation. We are still following CDC guidelines to the extent that we can and in the areas that we can, and look forward to the day that we can get to a normal operation as far as having people come into our offices and going to visit other people. It's a good news. We've offered vaccines up to all of our employees. And as East Central District Health Department has more vaccines available, we will continue to open those up to our employees. And so you should contact us and let us know if you're interested in getting a vaccine. And we will work with East Central District Health Department to get the vaccine to you and to get you vaccinated so that we can get closer and closer to the, quote, herd immunity that's needed to return to normal operation. This is something that we really need to look at as far as being a safe operating utility and continuing to monitor as we go forward. And if you have received your vaccinations, I would ask that you contact the Vice President of Corporate Affairs, Todd Duran, and let him know so that we can make sure that we have an understanding of where everybody's at regarding the COVID-19 pandemic and vaccinations. I'm glad we're at this point now as we're getting into the second summer after the COVID-19. Last summer was a more strenuous summer as we were all dealing with what the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and where we're at. This summer, I think we're all a little bit better prepared to be where we're at. We're seeing a lot of loosened restrictions throughout the various areas that we work in, both here in the four-county area as well as statewide and otherwise. And I think we'll continue to see a further loosening of things as we reach critical mass as far as the vaccinations goes. That will be great overall, and we're really, really excited about that. So with that, that's it for this month. Look forward to talking to you again next month. And as always, be happy and stay safe.